Alright, y'all boys, so we just found another video from Tommy G. This video is on the block with Pimps and Prostitutes. I believe he made one of these about 2 months ago in LA, but let's see what this one talking about though.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop?
Oh yeah.
In their cop car?
Hell yeah, in uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're in Phoenix, Arizona, on the Blade, speaking with prostitutes, getting an inside look at their life and how it is on the streets.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, it looked like Shorty ain't have no legs. Her right there. Maybe I was tripping.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart?
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
What?
Once again, we dive into the world of prostitution, this time in Phoenix, Arizona. This story takes place on the Blade, the term used for the street where women can be seen walking at night looking for customers. The business of sex is a complicated.
Hey, we reacted to a video in Phoenix.
Usually what you find is vulnerable
I believe
women
he was like
researching
like what, the trailer parks,
who oftentimes himself grew up in a rough environment where he saw prostitution from a young age. For a young man growing up in poverty, the allure of being a pimp is both financial and status related. Monetarily, it's a great way to make fast money.
And how does he make money off of that?
Pimping has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars, women, and the latest fashion. Phoenix has long been a hotspot for prostitution and sex trafficking.
Nah, that's crazy.
Recently, there have been major busts, including one operation that arrested over 300 people in early 2023.
Golly.
While most of the mainstream media believes talking to some local vaguely related to the story in a corporate setting of an office is the way to deliver news, I believe the best way to get to the bottom of the story is to go boots on the ground and get it straight from the source.
Hey, Tommy G, the new Fox 5, bro.
Our story
no
begins
cap.
by interviewing a pimp, and as the story goes on, we find ourselves in a motel room with a prostitute getting ready for work and her pimp in the room as well. It's time to hit the blade.
Hey, this is a very dangerous, this is a very dangerous type of job to be doing, no cap. Tommy G got a job?
Milwaukee. So if you're in the Chicago area, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, nearby, or want to make a drive, come out to the show. 2 documentaries. It's going to be fun. Oriental Theater, March 7th. Link
Yo, my boy going on
and
tour.
What's the video?
Yo, YouTube, he got YouTube going up. We're gonna go ahead and mute that, no cap. We already know how this is. We ain't trying to get not trying to get copyrighted.
So it's 5 p.m. on a Tuesday night. This is the first impression of the Blade. We're gonna show you what we see. Just think that this is somebody's reality.
Bro, this man Tommy G been giving Phoenix, Arizona a terrible reputation.
Can you imagine a mom being out here? Your mom's gonna go out and work tonight and she'll be back in the morning. That's a crazy reality to me. They say this is the world's oldest profession, and I wonder if America's
the world's oldest profession.
Prostitution. Would it not be safer to have brothels? Would it not be safer for the women, for the STDs? You cut out the pimps, which to me are the guys you gotta cut out of this game.
Nah, what?
Yeah, right now we on 27th.
Hey, he paid for one?
Tell the people where we are right now.
Sure, right now we on 27th Avenue Indian School. That's the Blade, but really that's the start of the Blade, but you feel me? We just gonna say that's the Blade.
And what's the Blade?
You gonna come down here, you gonna see some fat hoes, small hoes, anything, pigeon toes.
Nah, that's crazy.
They out here getting money though.
To me, it's mind-blowing.
That's crazy.
That a man can convince a team of women to work for him, to be on the street, to put their body at risk, and then collect the money for that. How do you manage to do that?
Well, we're not convincing to do anything. They seeing that we provide them a higher lifestyle for them. You feel me? Some females, they gonna be able
you
to
see
go
the
to
cash
college.
he got in his
They
hand?
ain't gonna never be shit. They need to run into a nigga like me or a nigga like us. Anybody on our lifestyle that's gonna actually elevate them and be able to give them what they need. Be able to, feel me, put them in their car, put them in the house. A lot of people, they gonna be in their mama house the rest of their life. They gonna never be nowhere. 4 kids, 5 kids, but you feel me? Turn around. You see that? Can't make this up.
Nah, that's crazy. Broad daylight.
What advantage do the women have in teaming up with someone like you?
They by themselves, they liable to get broke. When you get broke, you a renegade, you out here by yourself, you ain't got nobody to protect you or help you. Anybody can do anything to you. They know you got a purse full of money, they know you ain't giving it to nobody, so it's on you. You need somebody to be able to watch your back, make sure you safe,
Prostitute,
make sure
kidnap,
okay,
whoa, nah, we gotta see that, we gotta see that. Prostitute kidnapped, tied up at gunpoint in the Bronx.
Somebody
That's
be able to
crazy.
watch your back, make sure you safe, make sure you okay, make sure you can eat, make sure you get home safe.
Do you kind of view yourself as the bank and the security guard of your women?
I'm everything.
No, that's crazy.
Street, how much of what they bring in goes to you?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. I'm your everything. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
That's a crazy statement.
No, dead ass, cause what?
It is what it is, man.
Do you think that's a fair arrangement that all their money goes to you?
100%. Because it's going back to them in the long term. Anything they need paid for, it's coming right out of my pocket. And that's everything.
What kind of things do you buy them?
They might need a whip. They might need their rent paid. They might need a house. Their kids might need some clothes. They kids
How much money this nigga got?
might need some food. Their kids might need their daycare paid for. You never know what they might need. But whatever they need, that's why they give everything they got to me. And I'm going to make sure everything okay.
Tell people what a bottom is.
That's the to rely on. Like, all the go, they leave, anything. You can't trust no to stay, but your bottom, you can trust that one. That one ain't gonna never leave.
Why they recorded her though?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you off on a nigga, that mean like you could be with another nigga. Anything. It's really just anything to not to somebody liking. You feel me? Where it's like, all right, you stop with me, but you ain't just stop with me and keep it solid and letting a nigga know what it is. You feel me? You off on me. You did something unrespectable.
And look, just how here she comes back again. How can
That's
someone get away
crazy.
with that? That looks like so
This shit
obvious
definitely gonna
what's
get
going
age
on.
restricted.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just walking on the phone. You feel me? I ain't see no crime.
Is this something that Phoenix police are trying to bust, or they have to worry about police?
You for sure gotta worry about police. We go 2 minutes up the street, you gonna see hella police, but like, ain't nobody doing shit. They don't see nothing going on, you feel me? Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
How do you view women?
I love women. For real, I love everything about women, you feel me? I don't even like being around niggas. I
He
only
talking
like being
about
around women.
pimping.
Nigga ain't gonna keep me paid. Gonna keep me paid, you feel me?
How would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now in
Really?
Vegas, on my mama.
How'd you find your way?
He say his sister on the like, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really know what the
When
fuck
was,
I
like,
do.
18 years old,
The fact that like I wonder is he even working with
him?
him? I mean, is she working with
She
him?
was a hoe. I didn't even know she was a hoe. She just always had dough. You feel me? She'd pay for little shit that I had going on. And it came to a point to where she started kind of like, you know, I'm gonna teach you the game. She wanted to see me get paid. You
So
feel
an
me?
older woman taught you the game.
For surely.
What's the
Wow.
relationship you have with your mom?
I talk to my moms every day.
Does she know what you're up to?
Yeah, she know what I do.
What does she think about it?
She don't like it, but she gotta respect me. I gotta take care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of others. You feel me?
Where do you see yourself on the balance of good and evil?
Straight good. Ain't no evil in me. You feel me? Everything I'm doing is out the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to make sure everybody that is part of me, I play my part and we smooth.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement?
No
to make?
facts.
Absolutely
Like
not.
What
what?
happens if one of your girls comes back and doesn't bring $1 home?
She wouldn't even come back. I ain't gonna lie. She know better than to come back if she ain't got no bread. Cause it's like, for what? What you here for? Like, you know?
What's the most a woman has brought back in a night?
Usually a quota is about a band, but you feel me? I done had to bring in like 35 bands in a night.
Is there a
Golly.
particular day of the week that's the hottest?
Saturday. Sunday morning.
Is it
That
a
make
dangerous
a lot
For
of
me,
sense
I know
though.
how to
Saturday,
play the
Sunday
game right,
mornings,
you feel me? I
everybody
ain't
coming
never-
from the club and shit. And you know the
My
motels
wife
probably
been
be
in no danger
jumping.
playing this, but I done heard some stories, but that's about it.
Is it dangerous for the women?
Yeah, I say it's dangerous for them. at
Definitely
all times.
dangerous.
If they not protecting
It's
themselves,
dangerous
they
for
not
the niggas that's even trying to come in, you know what I'm saying, bring their bread. You never know if a nigga get robbed or not, honestly. You never really know.
making sure that they safe at all times. They not doing their perfect screening. When I mean perfect screening, I mean perfect screening. Cause any little flaw could really have you jammed up.
What makes a good John?
He gonna have to pay, and he gonna have to keep paying and keep paying and keep paying.
One thing we've heard in Chicago and Los Angeles from both the pimps and the prostitutes out there is they don't have black customers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
That's African American.
No African American
Yeah, no
customers?
African American.
And why is that?
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They usually too aggressive. They want too much. They not paying enough. It's almost like a safety hazard.
You know,
Well,
no, just making sure you're checking
Yeah.
your surroundings. Okay, we're gonna keep going on the blade. Maybe we'll see you a little later tonight. But thank you for sharing your story, and I wish you the best. Okay. So we're
Bro,
gonna
look
hit
at all the
blade.
bread he
We're
had in
gonna
his
hit the blade.
hand.
Without having any good street connections that can get me into the rooms with pimps and prostitutes, I decided to try my luck by driving around and trying to pay women for a conversation. This made me feel nervous,
What?
uncomfortable, and I struck out more than an 8th grade boy at the dance. Apparently, an Arizona YouTuber went around harassing these ladies before, so they were not too keen for an interview. Understandable.
I always feel like such a fucking slimy.
Nah, that's
bastard
crazy.
for doing this. It just feels so.
Facts
weird.
though, the fact, bro, he literally out here trying to do it himself. Talking about some damn. He feel like it's an absurd statement. I don't really know, man. And then he got a whole Patreon where the female actually in that bed take her clothes off. That's crazy. This nigga's crazy.
When I visit tough
This shit
places, I
dangerous
always
as
look for
hell.
people that are thriving despite the environment. We found a boxing gym, so I figured I'd talk to a coach and hear his mentality and how he steers youth in the right direction.
We're at a boxing gym right now. As you can tell, kids are working out. They're jump roping.
It's deep there too. Facts.
What's your name, sir?
Rafael Valenzuela. Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you, coach. ¿Qué es el impacto de la prostitución en la área?
Los niños no se enfocan en eso, ni siquiera voltean a ver a ellos. Ellos vienen y trabajan aquí en el gimnasio, llegan, se van a su casa. No andan en las calles, es diferente para ellos. Acá se van a correr a veces y estamos cuidándolos de que no haya gente que los moleste.
Piensa que un gimnasio como esto es muy importante para la comunidad.
My boy know how to speak another language too. This man Tommy G literally good anywhere.
Cuando ellos crezcan, vayan formándose bien para, ya sea para un trabajo, para estudiar, lo que sea, les forma su disciplina para ser alguien en la vida.
Piensa que la policía necesita ser más fuerte ahí, o qué es la solución para esto.
Pues ahorita yo pienso que con todo esto que está de las drogas que están saliendo, que ya ves que hay tantas personas que están envueltas en
Facts.
drogas.
A lot of people get hooked onto that stuff.
Pues controlados, porque hay un policía o dos y hay como 100 o 200 gentes en la calle haciendo sus cosas.
It's a fat difference, a big ratio.
Yo pienso que ellos están trabajando en eso, pero sí deben de estar un poquito más fuertes.
They can definitely be way better.
Muchas
Facts.
gracias. ¿Qué tú haces para los niños y la comunidad? So, muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
There apparently was a YouTuber that was harassing prostitutes, and so that's making it not very easy for us to try and talk to women. We're gonna hop out on foot and see if we can just get people's stories or perspective.
Harassing prostitutes is crazy. You know it'd be weird niggas like this everywhere though.
So it looks like somebody's getting just got a customer, and they're going to a motel.
Oh wow. That's crazy. How many of them is it?
It feels like we're in another world right now. This guy's kind of geeking out right now.
Feeling like I was about to fold my cards, as a last-ditch effort, I decided to go to a motel lobby and see who I could meet. After standing in line for a few minutes, my luck changed when a lady named Roxy got in line behind me. Here's what happened.
What is it like night to night around here? Does it get hectic?
Sometimes it does. Mainly you have like all the smokers that smoke blues hanging out around here. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, you know, like people fighting and want to shoot each other.
Over
you know?
drugs or over like the
It's
pimping?
mainly over. It's not even got nothing to do with the pimping no more. It's all got to do with the pills.
The pills and the drugs.
It's not their area to take over.
As far as Phoenix goes, this is the hotbed for pimps and prostitutes,
Yeah.
Unquestionably, right?
Yeah.
Yo, they all
one
just on the
question
block
I have is, do you
waiting.
think it should be legal? Should we have brothels where you can legally go, do your business, it's a little safer for the women?
To me, it's a job for them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like strippers. It should be legal for them to do it, somewhere to go safe, you know, instead of just walking the place.
Out in the open,
picking them up
facts.
and somebody, you know, hurting them or killing them or something like that.
Have you ever heard of a bad story happening?
Nah, they found her in a barrel? That's crazy.
A woman on the
Man,
street?
I've heard of a lot. I've seen
Shit.
a lot of females get in a car and end up in the back of an alley, gutted up, cut up. I've seen a girl that was on the blade on Northern and 27th, and they found her body in the back of an alley just laying on an empty bed, no clothes on, stabbed up.
How do you
That's
view the pimp
crazy.
in this? Is he a helpful person? Is he a parasite? Is he a bad guy?
I don't think these women need pimps. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you need a pimp when you're trying to work for the money for yourself?
I was dead thinking that though.
What percent of the
And like,
women here you think are
the
dead?
fact that the guy, he was saying like, he keeps all the money until they actually need something, that don't even really make sense to me either, honestly.
Related to prostitution.
Travelers in. That's across the street. And over there, they can bring as many people as they want. Just the other day, I seen these two girls bring a trick over there, and I don't know what they were trying to do, rob him or what, but he busted out their window, and then he left, and then they left.
Nah, that's crazy.
It seems like a dangerous world to be in.
Yeah, especially too for the tricks too, you know, because they never know what's behind them doors.
That's what I'm saying, bro. As soon as you go into the room, like, you never really know if you about to get robbed by some niggas or not. Like,
somebody could be waiting for them to rob them and stuff.
Facts.
And most of these females are doing it for the fentanyl, and that's pretty crazy.
Does the pimp get the woman hooked on fentanyl? Is that part of the game?
No, I think
Drop
they
on that
get
phone.
themselves hooked on that. Some pimps say if you follow the girl, they'll come right up on you and tell you, hey, Well, what are you doing bothering my girl? And this and that, and he'll point a gun at you and all
Shit.
kinds of shit. It's crazy.
Have you ever met a pimp that you think is a good guy?
I know quite a few pimps. They're alright. Yeah, you see a lot. You see a lot of ambulance. Just earlier today, they had the helicopters and like 10, 15 squad cars. I guess they were on high speed.
Helicopters
The
is
motel
crazy.
managers, do you think they 100% know what goes on?
Of course they do. Some of them are with it, and some of them ain't with it.
I guess in some ways,
I could
like,
definitely
get
see
it,
that
like, what are they
too.
gonna do?
I could
Say,
definitely
"No, I
see
don't wanna feed
that.
my family. Like, that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes, yes.
And-
That's what this whole situation is. Like the homeless, the prostitution, the drug addicts. Everybody's trying to survive out here. You know, this world is hard, you know.
Do you have anyone waiting on you right
Yeah,
now?
I have them waiting
And
on
then
me.
the truck.
No, no.
Do your thing first, and we can talk.
Yeah,
after.
they're pushing a shopping cart, so they have all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like this, they're hot.
Travelers Inn.
There's cities, major cities all around the country that someone's day-to-day life, the way they put food on the table is to sell their body. But you let me know in the comments, should it be legal? Would it be safer, better, cleaner?
This
if it
is
was
getting
legal?
like more and
Hey,
more
no, that's
common
a line
nowadays
that
too,
crosses
even on the
society.
internet.
You guys
No
let me know what
cap.
you think. And one thing that's a little spooky about doing this is you never know how close a pimp is keeping an eye on you. Some car with tinted windows. I mean, we just saw pimps with crazy guns in the car. I think if you're not bothering someone, they're not gonna bother you. We're gonna wait for
That's
this girl and
crazy.
see what she brings us to.
They find like people already broken in the room.
Yeah.
Like, see how the bed's almost like moved to the side?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you move the furniture out, it's like dirty under there. Sometimes they don't even clean these rooms right. I stayed in that one over there.
I wouldn't even trust
today.
staying in no type of motel like this.
That room over there, I killed like 2 big roaches in that room. You moved the bed, it was dirty. Comforts didn't look clean. They had like little thin pillows.
Ugh,
It's crazy.
I can only imagine, bro.
Over here. Right now, it's mainly over the fentanyl. El Chapo Guzman put a stop to fentanyl for the blues to come here. A lot to do with cartel, you know. I just got out of prison for sales of drugs. I used to sell a lot of drugs. That's why a lot of
I didn't even know that though. She said El Chapo put a stop to fentanyl.
I gotta get my shit together. I'm waiting for my settlement to come through and then
The insurance company.
yeah, Pimp wants somebody that's gonna work. The rooms he pays for, food he's paid for, the clothes he's paid for. She has to work that off.
When they have sex with tricks, what % of them you think wear condoms?
I don't even think they do. This is the dangerous game.
Right,
Out
Out of all of this shit, you really think they worried about buying a condom?
It cost me $84, but it was supposed to be $63.
For a sketchy motel, 84 seems pretty high.
It is high. Let me talk to them and find out if they're comfortable with it. If they,
Can I give you my number?
yeah, that way they won't be all sketchy.
Yes.
Hey, I'm in room 176, right next to the laundry room. They're coming.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit then.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. One was literally just calling her a pimp. That's crazy.
Like, think about this, picking up weed. Back in the day, you had to meet someone in a sketchy cul-de-sac or an alley. Dealer would drive up, you're nervous, the cops are gonna pull up. And now they have dispensaries. You walk in calmly, you get what you want. You walk out, everyone's happy and no one gets hurt. I think it's pretty similar with prostitution.
To see what the
Facts.
future could look like,
That's
sex
how it's
work
really
with
turning
youth,
into.
Let's look at 2 different case studies that are out there. In Nevada, the only place in the United States where it's legal, the results have been encouraging. Sex workers report a great reduction in violence, better relationships with police, and like the legalization of marijuana, the counties that have legalized it are enjoying increased tax revenue and tourism dollars that it brings to their area. In the Netherlands, they decided to legalize prostitution in specific districts that they call tipple zones.
The
Cities that have
Netherlands?
implemented these zones saw a 30 to 40% decrease in incidents of sexual abuse and rape. A study I found from Yale estimates that major cities spend around $7.5 million every year enforcing prostitution laws, and something I thought of is that money could instead be invested to fighting crimes like shootings and theft, things that are a little bit more major. What do you think?
I think they're using that to block it.
Have you ever seen a motel that is this secure? Like, as far as how to get in? Travelers Inn's pretty locked down. We're at Miguel. Throw the drone up, see what we can find. There's some weird stuff going on around
They got the
here.
drone up. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, they're different, bro.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey, they just got in the door and they said give them a few minutes.
Are they down?
Yeah, they're down the top, so they give them a few minutes because they just got in the door.
10 minutes? Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Out in the open. There's someone right there.
Shit. Bro, why they gotta call him all of that though?
So I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to pay people for interviews.
Oh, no, I'm good, love.
No? We just have to make sure we're not walking into a setup.
Shorty she got scared.
Yeah, that could be a setup too. I think we should bring up.
How you doing? Good. I can hop out. You want to meet me at the gate?
Alright, ma. Me
Here,
said
I'm
text
gonna
me,
come out
okay?
now so you can see me. These are my guys.
Oh, y'all like it.
What's going on? Nice to meet you. How long do you plan on going out for?
How many of them in there?
You're gonna go for 24 hours straight?
That's my goal.
That sounds exhausting.
Not my first time. Probably won't be my last.
So what goes through your head?
Damn, she got a UK accent too.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a story of an experience that might give people an idea of how hectic it can get out there?
I mean, it could get pretty dangerous. I had this one client who didn't want to always make them pay me first, and then I'll do the service or whatever. He try to take the money back from me and shit. I have brothers and shit that I call and they handle the situation.
So you have some guys that if you need backup, you
Hell nah.
Not everybody has that, you know? I didn't have that at first.
Is there anything you can tell about your clients or customers
A lot of them are still married and literally cheating on their wives, and that's crazy.
Yeah, soliciting, that happens a lot, especially in Atlanta.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
What percent of clients are wearing rubbers and what aren't?
Oh, I don't do anything without a rubber, so.
It seems like it's pretty risky to do it without a rubber.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically just gonna I know a couple girls that do anything for $1.
You can go ahead and delete this.
Tell me more about your story or how you got into this?
I'll be 23 next month, and I've been doing this since 17.
What happened when you were 17 that you said, hey, this is what I want to do?
Well, I mean, my mom I'm from Indiana actually. My mom moved us back out here to Arizona, and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have a car, we didn't have shit. And then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
That's crazy.
Where did
she moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Yeah.
Come on.
Back home that might not know anything about this world.
Don't be so judgmental towards people. I'm a peacemaker. I love peace. You don't know what the next person's going through, really.
How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Honestly, I don't know, but hopefully not too much longer.
We've done a similar piece in Chicago and Los Angeles, and one thing we've heard from both pimps and prostitutes in both those areas is they don't do black customers.
Okay, I don't do
what?
Either.
Too risky?
Yeah.
What percent of
Damn. Wait, I never heard of that before. People don't be doing black customers and shit. What's up with that? Not that it's good in itself, but yo, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
And when I first started working versus now, it's a lot of renegades now. Versus when I first started working, it's a lot of pimps and hoes.
And do you think pimps are helpful, or do you think they're hurtful to the business model?
As long as they're not, they can.
So you kind of need a pimp to survive in some ways?
Yeah.
Is the game plan basically to find customers and bring them back here?
I do car dates.
Is that the most common way of doing it?
Yeah.
Are there any weird fetishes that you come across?
This one guy, he hit me up. He's like, "Are you able to I didn't know what scat play was until
scat play. What the fuck?
Google it when he asked me to do it. Scat play? Who? I didn't know people
No, what?
Friends that might be out there wondering how you're doing.
That is gross.
I'm good. I'm alive. Shit, they can hit my line. But I do have a son, and I do see myself being more active in his life.
When he's not with you, who does he stay with?
My baby daddy's mom.
Okay, that's good.
Where the dad at?
Formally in the game.
I'll never leave the game.
How young were you when you got into this game?
9.
9?
9 years old?
Just watching. Born in Los Angeles, California.
Did you grow up on Figueroa?
Yeah, I know about Figueroa.
Did you have any family members on the blade?
Cousins, females.
Did they teach you the game?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
34.
Now that you're older, more mature.
He's 34, so he's been doing this shit for 25 years?
How old are you now?
34.
Now that you're older, more mature, is that kind of wild to think that you were that young and put in those type of situations?
Yes, it actually does.
So I hear all the time, pimps take 100% of the money. That to me sounds absolutely crazy. What's your take on that?
She only gonna do what you let her do to you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she go for, that's what it's gonna be. There is some that do that. There are
some that run their program a little differently, you know.
So if people think, man, a pimp is just a parasite, do you agree with that, or do you think that's, or do you disagree with that?
It can be, but see, you got motherfuckers out there giving pimp a bad name.
Is pimping a lucrative business?
Very.
What's the most you think you ever made in a month?
30.
Like an
God,
income.
30
Not bad,
bands?
huh? Do you ever feel bad for some of the prostitutes out there?
Actually, I do. That's what made me stop. A lot of these girls were raised wrong. They weren't loved how they were supposed to be. It took me a minute to realize, like, the life comes out of that. You know, the whole baby comes out of that.
That's real.
Like, pussy is the root of all evil. It's what make the world go round. This is the best thing on earth. It'll make anybody do anything.
Have you ever had to hunt down a trick and collect money?
Yes.
A lot? On the scale,
Damn.
Where do you see yourself?
I see myself good.
What percentage of women out there do you think have been sexually abused or abused as a kid?
A lot.
What percent of pimps out there do you think have been abused as a kid?
See, that's what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimping, freak body pimping.
What is a freak body pimp?
Yo.
These dudes out here that don't care. They'll pimp a tranny, they'll pimp a gay dude, this shit is wild, B. Like, this shit is illegal.
Nah, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
But I guess if it make you money, hey, man, I ain't gonna be selling a boy pussy.
You good, babe?
Have you ever been in danger doing this job?
Every day.
Alright, cool. Just text me or whatever. Text me back.
124 years?
No, another one that
Alright.
422 years.
From Arizona? 420 years?
After Steve mentioned that he
Yo,
knew
that's
Pimps
crazy.
got
I'm not gonna
144
lie.
year, 420-year sentences, I was curious to know the legal ramifications for each of the characters in the story: pimps, prostitutes, and johns. And it turns out it depends on the state. But let's take California, for example. For a first-time offender, if someone pimping an adult, they typically get a sentence of 3 to 6 years. But a really bad pimp who's involved in sex trafficking and more may get a few decades.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
for
so
walking pimp dude.
what's the real difference between a pimp and a sex trafficker? Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's a little crazy, bro. This shit is kind of weird, man.
Recently, for the women caught soliciting sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily punish her. Because of this, prostitution is typically a misdemeanor, and instead women are steered towards programs like probation, mandatory AIDS testing, and community service. And now for the johns. Let's take Illinois, for example. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart noticed a discrepancy in the Department of Justice statistics. In 2010, 43,000 women were arrested for prostitution and only 19,000 johns were arrested for soliciting it. He decided he wanted to go after the johns soliciting sex and launched his National John Suppression Program. When the johns are caught, they're given a ticket and a fine, and the money from their fine goes to support counseling and job programs for the Women's Justice Program, a program that supports the sex workers the police catch to steer them into
This shit made me feel mad uncomfortable, bro. Like, I don't even know. Like, my shorty just left in the lift. It just feels so uncomfortable to, like, the shit that really be going on. You gotta really be, like, careful with the people that you know what I'm saying? People around you and shit, and just the people that you doing work with. You just never really know what these folks be on, bro.
That's telling you 422 years in the Department of Corrections.
That's insane.
All because
422 years.
I learned a lot. Do you have any final thoughts?
If you can get out of it, get out of it. If you don't put anything in it, don't expect shit out of it. Straight up.
Yo, that's some real shit though. I ain't gonna lie,
Worry
bro.
about them and think, every day that shit on these streets is going to be okay, but you never know. I mean, there's so many girls that came up.
There's a lot of girls that are missing right
that
now.
are missing. They found girls that the tricks took them and raped them and left them in the alley. There's a girl that they found over here on Northern too, and they found her in a suitcase.
In a suitcase.
Like,
suitcase
what?
propped up.
That's the worst part about it. Like, they don't have to walk the blade. I think that's the cheapest horn you can ever do. Internet, cool. That's more.
The internet's the worst.
What? That gets dangerous too.
No,
You can have somebody lying to you about who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Cam it up. You can get through it, just cam it up.
They used to have where get on the internet and do just phone. You don't have to touch nobody, go see nobody. I think that's the safest way.
I feel like if it was that easy,
Because
then
that's what
nobody
we're
would be
doing right
doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like a lot of controversy when it comes to this,
These
though.
women are ruining themselves. Syphilis, gonorrhea. Like, these women are catching. And by the grace of
Some
God.
girls do take care of themselves, You got some girls walking out here like, damn, like they look like.
The fact that she said yet is like that lets you know right there it's a
What's the
problem.
percentage of them that are not going to doctors, getting checkups, and it's
Stay
high.
at the doctors.
For those that do take care of themselves, kudos, respect to you. Handle your scandal. With the ones that ain't, you need to get it together.
That's them their lack of love. They don't have that person to teach them that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the ones
So you could tell he really like he man, I don't even know, bro. It seems like he take care of the ones that he work with though.
$30, girl, you're really cheating yourself. You know?
A baby come out of there, that shit is priceless. At the end of the night, they're gonna pay for it.
One pimp told me one time, because he wanted me to work for him, he told me, girl, you sitting on $1,000 right now. I was like, what the f*** are you talking about?
It says men in the Bible, quote unquote, men were made from dirt. We came from dust, dirt, where we will return back to dust, dirt. Women were handcrafted. And then they said that we shall not lust. I can't help it. Shit, look what you made.
Do you guys think that sex work should be legal, that there should be brothels where women can work at?
Yes. I feel like it'd be a lot more safer.
Yes, it would. And most of these women wouldn't be getting killed out here. A majority of the that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Because this job involves women getting into cars or motel rooms with men they've never met, this profession carries a great deal of risk. Sex workers are some of the most common targets for killers. Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the profession
and they just be hanging out on the streets late at night and all.
Many of these killings go unsolved, and the predators out there are aware of this.
A lot of these women are also hoeing for their addiction, just to stay high.
How much has fentanyl changed the game in hoeing?
Oh man, fentanyl fucked that game up. By far,
and we done seen a lot of times in these reaction videos about fentanyl.
18 months clean off of them, man. Let me tell you, by far that was the best feeling, the best choice I ever made in my life was to stop with that.
What can you say about the power of fentanyl?
It's terrible. I wish I was never introduced to it. I was smoking like 100 pills a day.
What
God, 100 pills a day?
Addicted to drugs in some way.
2% don't do drugs.
I'd say a lot of them do it just to cope with what they're doing.
What we have to go through, yeah.
Do you ever enjoy yourself with a customer? Like, this is kind of a fun.
They all in front of the damn car, like, golly.
There's like good customers.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop for sex?
Hell yeah.
In a cop car?
Hell yeah. In uniform. Right hand on the Bible. On my child's life.
I believe it though.
Yes. On God.
So do you like cop customers?
No.
Why not?
They can switch up at any moment. You never know.
This girl told me too that she had a cop. He would be her regular, and she would go attend to him. And when she told him she didn't want to do that no more,
he gets upset. Now you want to change the rules and be a little f***ing bitch.
He tried to put her in jail and stuff.
Wow.
Stay safe. Okay.
And bro, the crazy part about it, I know that happens a lot, bro. Soon as they say they don't want to do it, bro.
Inside look into this world of pimping, prostitution, the people behind it, the stories behind it, and I hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. The mission of this channel is always to bring you the rawest and the real shit of what actually goes down here on planet Earth. Mainstream media is never going to show you this, but I will. And a shirt that we've launched, don't believe the lies. Support the channel, get it on the store. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Hey man, that was crazy, bro. We done learned a lot about what's been going on in Arizona. Sheesh, that don't seem like a good place to want to move to at all, or just want to be around, let alone. I don't know, man, but let me know what y'all think about that, no cap. That was a crazy video.